Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, and welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves, Kevin and Azem featuring Jade, Gwenny Gwen, Idita Mata, Stuart Johnson. And yes, you're hearing my voice, and that means we're back.
Boy, I know them, Mr. Sino. You know what? My message be like,
what going on?
want me? I'm like, y'all never heard of a break? We can't take breaks.
Well,
like,
I mean, understand. We're going for a year and a half, Jade.
And they don't want us to take no break. They're just like, nah, y'all can't do that.
A year and a half, and they just walk out. No, what happened?
Somebody messaged me and said, I miss hearing them call you all them names in the morning. I'm like, why would you miss that?
What do you mean, Jade? That's
not,
Jade.
No, there's so many other things to miss.
Jade, every little part of what we do is important. But let's officially tell the listeners, Happy New Year, guys.
Yes, Happy New Year to all of you.
All of you who have officially succeeded at the mission, make it to 2022.
Welcome to the other side.
Welcome to the other side. Jade.
Trust me, I know.
And you see, actually, people take it for granted. Yeah, when we was going with this, make it to 2022. You see what people followed the last week? Oh my.
Listen, I was literally on the show when somebody messaged me and was like, yeah, one of your fellow entertainers passed away, and I'm like, what?
Jade.
I couldn't even wrap my head around that, honestly.
Jade, you want me to tell you what happened? I don't know if you recognize it. So Jade messaged me.
I always have to give you bad news, you know?
You may know, Jade is...
Bro, they need to stop making that my job. I always have to give as in bad news. I'm so sorry.
Literally, I just jumped on the plane, Jade.
I know, you didn't message me telling me it was...
Yeah.
Know.
So on the plane, Jade was like, Oh, by the way.
I didn't say so.
Oh, by the way.
I definitely didn't say later.
And I was just like, what? I don't even know if the what got to you when I sent it, or I got to you when I think it got to you, but I didn't get your response until some hours later when I catch Wi-Fi.
Right, I'm gonna tell you that. That day took me down and like that. I literally couldn't even wrap my head around that one. That one was like, no, y'all lying. Somebody lying. Somebody play with my emotions, and I don't like it. It's too early on this Friday for you to do this.
That it was a rough one, especially because of what happened. Like, so you told me, and then I couldn't get any more information. So I was just like, nah, man, like, nah.
Same thing
So
I said.
I was in this.
Bro,
I was in limbo for like maybe 4 hours. Just like what? You know.
I still couldn't. Up to today, I still don't even want to believe that. Like, I literally do not want to believe that is a reality, honestly, because it feels so ridiculous.
Yeah. The unexpected passing of like colleagues is.
No, that's something I do not. I cannot deal with. Anybody. I mean, everybody. Most people pass away unexpectedly, and I think that's the worst part about death for a lot of people, is because you just don't know. Like, you could always be like, you know what, this week I go and visit this person, and then you get busy, and then the time when you were supposed to visit them pass, and then they pass away, and you're like, I can't. I don't have the time. Like, I don't even, man.
Look, what it's really saying, Jade, is that we are going to have to constantly live in love. Like, we're going to constantly have to live in love now, because you don't know. You don't.
You definitely don't know.
Yeah, moments pass, so you have to live each moment like it's your last. Like, you can't just take time for granted. It's such a precious thing that you don't know. You don't know the limit. You don't know how much you have. So it's.
Boy, trust
Yeah.
me.
I can remember the last time I spoke to Booski. Just literally, 2 days before?
Really? Oh boy.
Is.
I tell you, that threw me way off. Like, way off.
Yeah. But, condolences, love, prayers, sending out to the love, the family, the friends, co-workers. Big up Status one time. Yeah.
I know what make it so crazy. Like, the fact that this means that the original
Unstoppable,
has passed away. Like, you know how crazy that
it's
sounds?
end of an era. That's like our era, Jade.
The original Unstoppable. Both have passed away.
Let me tell you something, right?
What the heck?
And you got to understand, like, one of the things that I kept going back to is one of the things that defined Unstoppable, that defined Boski, is the way that he never let the memory of Jamie die,
Ever?
Never, you know. Anyway.
Listen,
You just don't know. You just don't know.
So now we're on mission, make it to
2023.
If that's possible with that. I'm not gonna lie with how things.
No, what happening is what apparently seems to be happening is that the mission's been getting harder, Jade. Apparently we've been proving ourselves. And they just keep giving us harder missions.
I don't like this. Why did Azim send me a screenshot yesterday of an article, right? That says Delta and Omicron had a baby.
Yep. Called Delta Cron.
Why? What? Why? Why would that make sense?
Alright, watch it, right? And
is it because we're dealing with Omicron so well? I mean, granted, everybody getting sick.
Audrey Cron, come like this thing, everybody got this.
What? Listen. I'm gonna lie. Every person that I know,
get up.
except my dad, big up his immune system one time. Yeah.
Immune system? Big up your mass.
Bye. Big up something, but he hold out. He holding straight. I'm gonna lie.
My mother never had corona either.
Must be nice, eh?
I was going good, until certain people. But nothing.
Listen, that was not proven, okay? I just had a thought. Make share my thoughts with you no more. I am not sharing my thoughts
But
with you.
I don't work out that long time.
That's true. I'm gonna lie.
I don't work out this that long time.
Oh, yeah, said that, he was just gonna let me cook? Okay, that's such a nice friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hit me. I think it's yesterday I messaged about it. He hit me. I was like,
Radio.
I feel like I think I did this. No, I really did, because what happened is after listening to the briefing,
You started doing some checks.
I said, this sound familiar.
The timeline seemed very.
3 days, and the headache. I said,
Yep.
I took out the Island Tea team. I'm so sorry.
But hey, let me tell you something, right?
Bye.
The beginning of this year was such it began with frustration across the board.
Yeah.
Right? For me, it was just frustration.
I tell you don't go, you know.
Watch you.
I tell you don't go.
So before we left, guys, you guys knew that, well, the regular listeners knew that I was supposed to travel for New Year's, right? Okay. So much so that I didn't come. I left early on the Thursday. And then
No, you didn't leave early. You just went
when
to do.
I went and came back, right? And then I wasn't here on Friday, which would have been the last show of the year, right?
The literal.
The 30th.
Yeah. No,
31st. The 31st.
Yeah.
Right? So I get there, do the show. Now, first thing, I'm supposed to travel with one of my colleagues from here to do the show, right?
Is he gay? You know why?
No, it ain't he. I could tell you
He
why.
didn't know it.
Jade, there's only one place that I have been around people where I don't wear my mask.
He didn't have it with you. He did.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything. It's me. It's me. Ain't gonna lie. I know it's me.
So he can't go because, well, he tests positive. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, bye.
I get down there, Jade, only to find out that the two people who are supposed to meet me from St. Martin to do the job, they're positive though. So I know a job that's supposed to be for like at least 5 people. That's me one. And the promoters watching me like,
What you do?
we got band coming 11. The first thing I tell them, I say, hey, sound check, I'll go back till about 2 o'clock here, guys. Me one can do this.
I know.
Me
Like,
one
hard
like,
bad. Have a hat
Jade,
bad.
I should just show you. I should just show you what the stage had look like when I reach.
Chaos, no?
No.
Well, empty?
Empty. Like,
They didn't put my card for your friend, lad.
it was something else. But anyway, so when I did the test, even prior to me leaving, I had asked questions about would I be able to use the same PCR test that I did to leave the country, which we didn't talk about that. And could I use that to come back? And they said yes, because it will be I'll be traveling within the 72 hours. So the test would still be valid. So fast forward, finish the show, coming back the next day. Upload my test and everything. Right? Get a message the morning. I was supposed to go to airport 2 o'clock. I get a message like 11 o'clock. Due to the recent changes in our protocols.
I said, hello, change that back, you know?
Due to the recent updates to our protocols, the test that you have uploaded is no longer valid. You would have to take another test in order to enter the country. I said, what? Wait, what? Now, bear in mind, this is new.
Closed.
Everything closed.
Sorry, baby, it's a laugh, but like,
Everything
come on,
closed.
man.
I just there like, okay, so of course now, solution based. So I start thinking, okay. The man say, bye, you got a place across there, just do antigen testing, but they close 12. Jade, I start running. Right? I look down, just like, I run across the road, right? Run across the road, reach to the door, just as the man turning the sign.
Huh. Like for the plays.
But here the joke now, no, Jade.
They don't accept them.
Hey, no, you know.
Oh.
I can't alert the man to the urgency of the situation because he talking French, I talking English.
Sir, that is what Google is for.
Girl,
Google Translate.
by the time I pull up my app, the man don't close it thing. Is a woman had to come and was like, I said, miss, I have to travel at 2 o'clock, I need a test. She said, okay. She could barely talk English, but she could, yeah.
Enough. Okay, that's at least.
So here the joke. Now I do the test. I asked him, what time I get back the test? The man tell me 4 o'clock. I said, miss, the test is 2 o'clock. The flight is 2 o'clock.
Listen, you don't pressure the woman because you do your favor.
Bear in mind that at this point, I don't even know if I can even be able to use this test. But I know this is the only test I could get. Some might as well do it. Do the test. I was able to get in touch with the CMO. Bam. She did whatever. Gave me the exception. Now the exception, I am upset with because bear in mind I have a test that is supposed to be valid. Already did another test. The only test that was available is an antigen test. They said that allow me to enter the country, but then I have to quarantine 24 hours and then do another test upon arrival.
So then we just then let me use the first test. that
You could have let me use the first test and then test on arrival.
Yeah,
you could have done that.
but you're making me go do another test and then still have to.
Yes,
That's
my whole point. That
makes zero sense.
That was my whole point. But okay, no problem.
You're home, at least.
So, well, the first thing is, by the woman walk with me. By the time I walk out the place before, well, me running back to the venue now.
You're walking.
I'm walking, going back. So before I reach back to the venue, I hear a ping on my phone. I said, what going on here? My results in negative. End with the F in French. Right? So now I'm dealing with the CMO, boom. She working with me. Big up yourself, Dr. Lars. Even though I did vex at the time, I'm not telling a lie, I did vex by, but I was glad I was coming home. So whatever it is, that was a big thing for me. Get home, just get home.
Whatever happened there, but at least at home.
You know, I'm gonna take a little tangent. Because this is the other thing that was very interesting to me. So within the 3 days, I went to 3 different airports. Right? Within the 2 days, I went to 3 different airports. All the airports, all of the countries have different protocols for entry. Sembats, watch here. Yeah, go to the website to sign up. Just come.
Sembats just come.
Sembats just come.
What a corona code looking like? Let me go look.
Okay, let me put it this way. The first thing the guy who picked me up at the airport said, I come out, the man take up my bag. The man took my bag from me, right? The man said, first thing, don't touch nothing.
What?
Literally the first thing, because
everything got corona. Everything got corona.
And this is how it is in Sembats all the time, right? The man ain't watching, no face, no nothing. I jump off the plane. you go into immigration, right? Know what I say immigration? I gave the man my passport. The man said good morning, right? The man say vaccinated. I showed him my card on the phone. The man just gave me my passport, nothing else. That was the end of that.
Wow.
Man had to upload no tests, so you ain't got to do no test to enter. You ain't got none of that. You just
vaccinated and come.
Just you're vax, but you ain't vax. Just come. Wow. Because
even the cases ain't bad, you know. Like what would in the last 5 hours I had 19.
In the last 5 hours I had 19.
And we out here.
In the last 5 hours I said I had 19.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, last updated 5 hours ago.
Oh, last updated. Okay.
19 new cases, meanwhile.
Yeah, but bear in mind, Jay, that the whole island probably this is a Bastille.
Are you sure? No, that makes sense.
So anyway, and one of the things I always find interesting about there's no security, no customs, no nothing at the airport. You're like, so like you check in, like when you're leaving, you literally check in at the counter and then you just go straight to the gate. Like, there's no put your bag, scan nothing. Come and go.
Okay, now don't get your bags.
Come and go. I said, but if I was a drug dealer, here's the place to be.
These are living a different type of life because you're just
come and go.
Nothing?
Anyway,
Okay.
I always find that interesting. Anyway, so that,
It is.
but I went to St. Martin and
That no.
no.
No, for sure. That was
St. Martin, you had to do the same thing. You had to go to the website, fill out something. It's a one-pager, Jade. Name, upload your test, what flight you're coming on. Thank you very much. Seconds over.
Listen, heard.
Every 4 different sections, Jade. 4 different sections. Name, test, when you test, when you were vaccinated. Jade,
Listen.
I filling out this thing like the funny thing about it, right? No, bear in mind, I got there because me one. I had no break, so I got to the venue at like 9:30, right, in the morning. I didn't leave the venue until about 3 o'clock the next morning. I didn't leave except for the one thing that I went to look for something to eat. Eat in the back that I was telling you about.
That was shameful, man.
So I
shameful.
literally trying to fill out this form in between like the band's playing. So like I'm mixing and like filling out the form at the same time because I got to catch a plane the next month.
You gotta go home, man.
Yeah, you gotta get home. I gotta go to here, bye. So it's like all these different pages. I like what kind? Wait, I fill out the St. Martin one, no problem. Gone to the St. Kitts page now. I said, but what gonna? And then me ain't getting no reply. The next morning, I just happened to catch a Wi-Fi. and something tell me, but just check your email, see what's going on in there.
Good thing you did, eh?
Bye. Yeah.
Suppose you didn't check and you just got your foot and they watch you like, you can't come in here.
That happened. That happened to this lady who she did not English, only Spanish.
Oh.
And she didn't have the pre-approval. So literally, I'm showing the lady, no, you need this. Like this is why you need an email with this. But the woman ain't got that. The woman got.
I just sit down and start to cry, ain't gonna lie.
But
I just sit down and start one balling.
you know where she was coming from. You know, he had a bunch.
Suppose this is the only ticket money she had. Suppose she couldn't get back. Suppose like this is it.
Jade, I watching this thing. I said this must be. You must got some people who just been having some terrible times with this traveling thing.
Yeah.
Cause even for me, I leave for they come back. I got all the information I needed. Right, I got all the information I needed and still had issues.
And you only went for one day. You never went long.
And then when I come back, the funny thing is, right, when nobody know the change to the protocols that I'm referring to, because I get back here and I'm doing the health check here. So I come in. So the lady asks me if I have a test. Now, what I should have just tell the woman is yes and show her the test, because what I found out later is that she would have accepted the test that I did
because they didn't know that it changed.
They didn't know that it changed. Apparently nobody knew. When I went down to so they said, but you have a negative test from 72 hours ago. I said yes, and then I have a negative antigen test from 6 hours ago.
The problem was like, why?
And so they're like saying why? And then I have to test again.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
So I had to test at the airport. No, all this, the funny thing about it, I gone to do the test at the airport because I want to go home.
Yeah.
And bear in mind that this whole thing about 24-hour quarantine is mystic because, well, I live in the airport and they're telling me, remember you got quarantine, you know? So it's like,
hold on.
I had my vehicle, so I just had to, like, so I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get something to eat first. So I had something to eat and then I went to quarantine. So me that, the car was parked down the road, right? So I'm walking down the road with the lady who sent me to do the test. And the lady, they're telling me, make sure, you know, while I'm walking, I just walking around out.
What she would have done if you were?
No, but after I miss, I don't order my food here, so I'm going to pick up that before I go home.
Listen.
So I was all upset, but the mystic thing about it was, the test come back positive. So it's like, I'm like, what going on here, boy? But I was like, you don't understand what going on. It was
Listen,
crazy.
you got a break. You got a week off.
It was crazy.
You got a nice little break. You see, I was positive, but I didn't at the time.
You didn't know.
No,
But
so by the time I test, I was negative.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking at him.
No, because this is it. Okay, let me say this now on the airwaves for people to hear, right? I'm running around talking about you got flu. I'm a cover.
No, it's true. Beg a lie.
Like,
somebody tell me Saudi life. JJ Public had COVID. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Look, let me tell you. Let me explain something, right? Let me explain something, right? There's a couple narratives going around that just first thing they're talking about now. Why is it that everybody want to believe that they know about some new flu, that symptoms come on and dissipate within 24 hours? Right?
72, give or take, 72.
Right, right. Generally, you get like the headache and the fever, whatever, and then
the worst part, you know, the headache. As him.
Yeah, the bad headache.
What the headache was so bad that I forget that I could take medicine. Like I was just suffering all night, and then in the morning I wake up, I was like, I could have just got. Why didn't just take paracetamol?
Yeah. You forget about that.
I couldn't function as him.
Yep. But the thing for me is, guys, unless you know about some flu that somehow is way more transmissible than the regular flu, and symptoms dissipate way quicker than the regular flu, y'all, I don't understand why y'all keep saying it's the flu.
No, we got COVID, man.
On top of that, right? They've been telling you what they've been telling you what the symptoms are of the Omicron. So you're going to watch it.
Miss them. I clearly miss them. You know when I was sure.
When they after the briefing.
Literally, that's when I was like, hold on. This only why you're like.
Yep. I was telling you.
Yeah, no, for real. It's only after the briefing.
She started making joke.
No, for real, because I'm like, we don't joke right all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And plus, I was feeling better, so I was like,
that's the hope. That's how I tell. That's why I know it was COVID. What flu people just get, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, good again.
Yeah, like 3 days I could count from the 26th.
Yep.
To the Thursday when I come back, I was feeling brand new.
Yep.
Brand new, boy. But at that first 24 hours,
it was rough.
I had a terrible headache. I had terrible body pain.
Yeah.
But I had like mucus. I still have mucus ulcers today. Like, may not understand why they saying leaving, but I needed to go.
Yeah. The cough and so does linger.
Yes.
But the thing about that's one. Two, the other narrative that is out there that confusing people is I hear people saying this thing like, I don't even know if I have the flu and you just reading as COVID. What do you mean, guys? When
have you ever? COVID started 3 years ago. We've been having colds all our life. I've never had a cold like when that's COVID.
Jay, they say that people out there thinking that somehow the test is confused. No, test no.
Why would it be confused?
You could do an influenza and you could do a COVID test. You understand where I'm coming from? Anyway,
that one funny.
Carl, good morning. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Hi, good morning. Very interesting. It sounds to me like you've been following all the protocols and you still end up with the COVID. Did you take the vaccine?
Yeah.
So the vaccine is in you and you still catch the COVID?
But nobody said you couldn't catch it with the vaccine.
I just understand. I understand that, but I just want to know what you think, because my impression of you is that you sound like someone who's been following all the necessary protocols, wearing your mask, sanitizing your hand, and so on, and etc.
That is why it was very easy for me to identify where exactly I got it.
because you lower your guard.
I guess you could say that.
So because you load your guard and you know where you load your guard, lower your defense, and that is where you're able to identify where you pick it up.
Right.
Okay, so you're teaching. Go ahead. We're learning still. Thank you very much for your information.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Listen, for the 20th time, for the umpteenth time, people, listen to us. Listen. Your faves are talking. You can catch COVID if you are vaccinated. You can catch COVID if you're unvaccinated. You can just catch COVID. Okay? Why let him fight with the phone? Please stop that narrative that where you think that you cannot catch COVID if you're vaccinated. It is not true. A matter of fact, majority of the cases, according to the CMO, have been vaccinated. People, what is? Somebody probably try it. Try it, friend, try it. Majority of the cases have been from people who are actually vaccinated. Okay? So let us stop. Don't ask nobody else. When somebody said I had COVID, don't ask them if they're vaccinated or not. It does not matter.
Unless you're genuinely concerned about their well-being.
Yes. It does not matter. COVID does not kill. Vaccinated or not. However, you won't die from this one, at least. Knock wood. Nobody has. Hopefully nobody will. So, let us stop thinking that if you are vaccinated, you will not catch COVID. They never said that. Did you hear them say that? I've never heard them say that. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, but hey.
Let me try.
You try. I give up.
That technique, I get the last week.
Okay. Well, while Jade, you can come eventually. I just walk out. I can give it a break. But yeah, guys, it's just been very interesting hearing the thing. You know, the other thing that was interesting to me, Jade. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, the other thing that was interesting to me, Jade, the realization that a lot of people ain't care about what's going on. And this is what I keep telling people all the time.
No.
I said this since we first started on this show.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I have been putting out there is that what's interesting about this particular virus, right, is it operates as if, like, if you were to design a virus that would just take out everybody, this is following the exact path that you would want it to follow. Mm-hmm. Meaning, you would want something that affects everybody differently. Mm-hmm. Some people, you kill them off. Some people, they don't get no symptoms at all.
None at
and then it continually mutates over time from different and having different
side effects.
Oh
wow, this is crazy.
Right. So for instance, we had Delta, right? So Delta is like, okay, pretty intense. Severe symptoms.
Delta definitely was the one that had people. Well,
yeah,
the first wave as well, right?
Mm-hmm,
but we didn't have the first wave other people had it.
But you got to look at it. Delta dropped when the vaccine them dropped.
Right.
So Delta hit you with, but the vaccine them ain't really hitting it too hard. You know, the vaccine ain't really stopping it like that. You know?
Let me show you
and then, but it was like, but it kind of harder to catch.
Yeah, no, that's
so people was like, oh wait, but nah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then Omicron come and it was like, everybody can get this, but you know, it ain't gonna be too bad. Ain't too bad.
Yeah, ain't gonna go to hospital and stuff.
And
now be down for like 3 days if you're vaccinated, a little longer if you're not. But you know.
What happens? So what I think happened is that a lot of people dropped their guard. I know people who was up and down the place knowing fully well they're positive.
Yeah. I was just saying I was one of them. Eh?
That is one of the problems that we're having because a lot of people feel like.
Did you tell us the story of the woman who said she on quarantine? She on quarantine but she in the supermarket?
No.
Somebody tell me a story about a woman who I think I read it. A lady was literally in the supermarket buying all type of things like, you know, medicine and stuff. So I was like, oh, you're stocking up in case you get sick. She was like, no, I'm on quarantine.
No, Jade, a lot of people.
You're not on quarantine.
Jade,
this is not how quarantine works.
A lot of Jade. I know people who've been going to work after they got the positive thing. They just say, I can't afford to not go to work. I just can't afford to not go to work. So I try to protect myself and the people around me, and I have to go to work. There were people who I know. This one particular girl told me she got her positive, the call saying that she was positive, as she was in the parking lot to go to an event.
And she said, well,
She can tell me,
I done here.
well,
I
I done here and COVID done here, and you can't get double row now.
Of course, COVID here, you here. You are here with it, sir, ma'am.
I know people who say they don't spend the money, they're gonna take the money. What? I like all kind of like, but all of that has to do, of course, because of the less severe symptoms of this particular variant we had. No, like I said, this is why I said this thing moving like is a strategy. Here.
Yeah.
Because here comes now Delta Cran.
Sorry, this here just sound like a bunch of evil villains.
Yeah. This year sound like this year.
I feel like I in the Power Rangers
I just waiting
movie.
for the next one to name Decepticons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally the Transformers. Yeah, this is literally the Transformers.
You know what pissed me off? For you? The fact that, right? All of this could have been prevented, you know. You know how? I bet you know how.
Yeah. Well, we first have to talk about where it seems that this spread is happening.
Vaccinated events. Y'all tell us to go party if you're vaccinated. Yeah, you could go. You're vaccinated. All we care about is if you're vaccinated or not. You're vaccinated? Go. Spread your wings and fly. So we did. And guess what?
Then I know the wings them spread.
Ooh.
You know the wings them spread.
Listen, because I am pretty sure I got COVID at a vaccinated event. Because that's all, that I didn't go many places as I went to work at 2 events and one I didn't work at. And the first one I went to work at, it's
one of them.
It's one of them.
Because they know the places you're going.
Yeah, I wasn't out here like I was seeing people going to like the different bars nightly and stuff, and I home like, oh yeah, maybe feel like I'm doing that.
Jade, let me tell you something, right? I came in here last Tuesday before last, right? And spoke about the fact that I went to a specific event and I was the only person on the boat outside of the security forces that had on a mask.
Yeah, man.
I spoke about it right here. And I just felt it was insane. Jade, when I said I was the only person, you want me to tell you when I knew this thing was going to be ridiculous? You want me to tell you when I knew? When I go by the bar, right? And realize the bartenders them ain't only serving drinks, they're serving COVID. You know how they just cover the cup in like something you go to a bar and depending on the drink, they cover the rim of the cup in salt.
They cover the women COVID.
They cover the women COVID, Jade. And that's been something I've been watching at the events.
Oh my
one of the things I feel happy. You can imagine if you go to if there's an event and there's somebody working in a bar that has COVID, right? They're not masked. They might not know they have COVID, right? That's a lot of COVID passing through that bar there.
Definitely.
That's a lot. And that's what I'm telling people, even you're buying food and so right now, like, that is why I have to tell people, but I know who you're buying from here.
Yep.
Know who you're buying from here. Know who you're buying from. Because I believe that's one of the ways a lot of that happened. But Jade, you were talking about perhaps a measure that could have been taken to lessen.
Yes. So, again, me and Azim, we didn't go to school for this. We didn't, do any type of science. Well, not me. Maybe him.
No.
Okay, see? So we didn't do any type of sciences. We're just two Rasta man with some common sense. Yeah, that's all. So for months upon months, we've been saying vaccinations cannot be the only thing that will prevent the spread of COVID. Vaccinations cannot be the only reason why people are allowed at events. Vaccinations are not the end-all, be-all.
We had the same conversation and that was sparked out of the announcement that unvaccinated persons couldn't compete in some of the carnival events.
We talk. We tell her, this don't make no sense.
The minister come in here.
We tell him this ain't make no sense.
The minister come in here.
We tell him, told him,
We had a back and forth about it.
We tell them, this don't make no sense. It has to be more than just vaccination. Because vaccinated people, guess what? Surprise, surprise, catch and can
Spread.
COVID.
Yes.
You know how to stop that or minimize that? Rapid tests. Test people before they enter, vaccinated or not. Test people before they enter. Then you will actually know if they're sick or not. Because guess what? These heat, what do you call them? Temperature guns. First of all, nobody will know how fever going away. I've yet to see anybody with no. You've had a fever before.
Jade.
Would you leave your house with a fever? As in, no.
Not especially not during not in the Christmas breeze. Not in the Christmas breeze.
Nobody is doing that. So y'all keep testing. Y'all keep checking temperature. Like, tell me what case has that stopped? Name one case the temperature gun stop. Any?
Is that you got a fever, right? And you're showing up by the gate like they're gonna tell you got a fever. No, I know. No.
Listen.
I feel the chills.
I'm hot and cold at the same time.
Yeah.
I know I should be home. I've gone to supermarkets and there has been nobody there with the temperature gun. It's just me and the gun. So if I see a high thing, I go inside still. Who is going to stop me? The gun? What the gun gonna tell me? Don't go. And then what? You gonna push me back? No.
They're gonna make a lot of noise and alert.
I've yet to hear it.
One of these days I should just go to a hot frying pan and put it up and see what the process is.
You're going to see if you got alarm or something?
But I got this thing I just do, right, Jade? When I go to certain places, I just ask the person with the gun. I say, let me ask a question. Suppose when you stick that there at me, it come back 115. What you going to tell me? And if you see the look on the people's face when I ask the question, right? Because it seems like that they self don't even know.
As I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure they don't know what a high fever is. They don't know what the threshold for a high fever is.
They just waited to see if the thing come back red.
Yeah, that's it.
But guys, this is what we've been saying is testing is probably the best bet to secure persons in certain environments. In certain environments, right? Testing. That is why I couldn't understand why you weren't allowing, in particular, participants to be a part of the carnival events. Mm-hmm. All they had to do was test. We heard the chairlady say that there were even people involved who weren't vaccinated, but they had to be tested regularly. So why the competitors didn't have that same luxury?
Oh my God!
And then what you do, and this is the problem I have, the government's supposed to be leading by example. So the government should have had the facility to rapid test. Watch, people literally got COVID home kits.
They're doing it themselves now.
People just testing themselves home.
They do it, yeah, because it makes more sense.
So don't tell me about cost and whatever. Like it, and yes, you could tell me about accuracy, but I know it's some accuracy better than no accuracy at all.
I just about to say, I'm pretty sure it's more accurate than a temperature gun. It's way more accurate than a temperature gun. I can promise you that. And I don't make them. But a temperature gun is not going to tell me if I have COVID. Do you know what asymptomatic means? They know what asymptomatic means.
Boy. But not only that, Jade, the numbers that the CMO put out in terms of severity of symptoms, there was a good amount of people who showed up as asymptomatic. Yeah, I can't remember the exact number was now, but yeah.
And then you know what bothered me? Mm-hmm. They went on the platforms to make it seem like it's we fault. Like it's we fault, Like it's y'all who went to these events that they told y'all could go to because y'all vaccinated. It's y'all fault now.
But the thing for me is that the whole thing just is not making any sense.
It does not. We said it before.
So you tell everybody one, vaccinate to walk up. That's what y'all were saying from earlier.
I was in a whole video.
Yeah, the whole campaign.
I was in a video about Carnival coming back once we get to vaccination.
Right.
Go ahead, Dream. Because
then you give permission for the events, right? No problem. People attend the events. Cases spread inevitably, right? You then say, in one breath, you see what happened now, you see what happened now. But in the next breath, say, we had expected.
And not only that.
And then come back and say, the way forward is to vaccinate.
No, it's not. Stop. Listen, I understand as a health official, you have to believe in the science, and that's fine. Nobody's saying that you shouldn't.
The problem I have is that the science is different everywhere, but continue.
Yes. And not only that, that is not the only thing. Y'all are smart people. If y'all look at the events that have been happening, the strategies that y'all have been trying to mirror, y'all forgot one essential step. Rapid test.
Okay. Jade,
what did Miami Carnival use?
Rapid test.
Okay.
But hear the joke, Jade. Hear the joke, Jade. When they had the whole talk here about companies terminating people for vaccination status, I was one of them who was making all kind of noise about it, right?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why
Right?
did you do that?
I've been saying, I was the one who said yes. Just like the people have a choice, the business have a choice. However, I would not like to see businesses making that particular choice.
Indeed.
However, I supported their right to make the choice that they made. Look at what's happening around the world now. Let's look at the US. You have the CDC that now come out and say, if you're fully vaccinated, 5 days, go back work. So this is what's going on, Jade. So here's a joke. So here's what's happening, Jade. You have a situation now where there's an employee, right, who would have tested positive for COVID, and within 5 days can go back to the office and work, right? Don't know if they're still in a position to spread the disease or not, right? But you know they were positive 5 days ago. So they could go work.
Yeah.
But somebody can't go work simply because they're unvaccinated and have never tested positive. They never test positive here.
Never had corona in a day.
But they're home. They're home.
Yeah,
they're
they
home.
should be home because they're
ain't vaccinated.
Wow.
And and this is the question I've been saying all the time. At some point, the health officials are going to have to recognize that it feels as though the vaccinate, that seems to be the ultimate goal as opposed to ultimate safety.
Yeah.
Because things just don't seem to add up. And so it's either you're all in explaining something or something just ain't adding
Maybe
up.
we're slow.
Yeah, maybe slow.
Because
I keep telling you, I am not the sweetest piece of cane in the patch.
yeah, maybe
But
we're
at
slow,
some point, and this is same thing I've been I was telling the minister here. I said, look here, I am not saying that vaccine status shouldn't come into consideration when we're deciding on where people how people are able to integrate and operate it in society.
But that can't be the only thing.
But it can't be the first and foremost thing.
Yeah, because we see that did not work. Okay, now, you see? Trial and error. They tried it, it failed. My problem is, they're still not, switching up the game plan here. It is still, mind you, they literally watch us with face, they watch the camera. And say, vaccinated individuals make up for most of the cases, they broke it down by percentages.
And that's again, that is expected. Like we had this before the thing broke out, Jade. I came in here, I said, look, by January, we're gonna have 1 ton of cases.
You did.
Right? Which is why I couldn't understand the certain limitations that were put in place. It was like it doesn't seem that safety is the ultimate goal. It seems as though numbers is the ultimate goal, right? It don't seem like it's safety.
This person, let me don't say that. Let me don't say that.
Anyway, I don't know. Okay, I don't even understand. But anyway, so we're at a point now where
we're getting out of this pandemic, yo. I'm going to let your friend.
The other thing,
Wait,
the
you know, so this one they make it up.
the other narrative that I'm hearing, and I need somebody who knows to really alert me, because is there some rule? Is there some rule that states that all the other variants going to get weaker and weaker? I keep hearing people saying that, right? But I don't know that to be true. Like, I know of other viruses that have mutated and have variants, and some would be more intense and some would be less intense. But it seems as though people keep saying, yeah man, every variant gonna get weaker and weaker and weaker.
Who said that?
And I keep wondering to myself, where they getting this information from? Y'all ever hear about super AIDS?
Super AIDS.
You remember super AIDS?
Sorry.
Super AIDS come up 30 something years after we first learned about AIDS. So wait, how you got super AIDS 30 years after the first AIDS?
I don't know why you keep saying this. Listen.
Somebody need to explain this to me. Like,
we're all confused as if
Jade,
it is 3 years after Corona has started, right? Have you been less confused than at the beginning?
Jade, you're just getting more and more confused.
Yeah.
They come up big. And Jade, somebody need to explain to me what this vaccine thing for you. Because, okay, they got the pill now, Jade, right? They got the COVID pill. It's obvious that they don't want nobody to take the COVID pill. Because one pill costs must be $700 or something. And you have to take must be what? I think it's like 5 days, 4 pills a day. Something like that.
What?
Yeah,
No,
and it's like $700 a pill.
Tell them take back that. Y'all gotta do it.
So obviously they ain't really looking for nobody to take this pill.
No, y'all gonna go back to the drawing board and
Why?
because this is what? 700 for one pill and then I'm gonna take 4? And then you're crazy.
Yeah, for like a week or something like that.
No. Somebody asked me a simple question, and they literally said simple question. If vaccinated status is that important, why hasn't the state set an example by insisting that all civil servants be vaccinated? Why is there a different expectation from the private sector? I can answer that, Amy. That's a good question, Mingalay.
But it's a simple answer too. Because I got this thing called election.
Sorry.
You got this thing called election.
They can't do
right?
that. They can't do that. You want people to blues?
So what's happening is that
The private sector, like,
governments all over the world,
except
right?
Gaston.
No. Governments all over the world, right, are looking at the situations in their particular countries and making decisions about what they're going to do, right? What I'm realizing is some governments are taking an approach where it's like, hey guys, if we don't do this, you can come back to haunt us, because then it would seem as though we weren't proactive in the protocols that we were putting in place, right? Remember when we started seeing, I think it was Israel was one of the first to do the mandate, right? I said, okay, somebody do it now. You understand? Bam, down the line, a lot of people start to do it, right? But a lot of countries doing it. Let me tell you something, right, Jade? I gave you this story, but I'll tell it to the listeners. In between sound checks, when I was in St. Bart's, I couldn't leave the town, so I just had to go find something to eat, right? I'd been there all day, I hadn't eaten all day. I start walking around trying to find something to eat. It was the most difficult thing. Yeah. It was the most difficult thing.
And you listen, a pigeon with some food for you, know?
Oh, Lord of mercy.
And it made like, I was pissed.
Guys, I went to 6 establishments and couldn't get food. Why? Because the French have the vaccine passport. So if you don't have the vaccine passport, you can't enter restaurants, you can't enter bars, none of these kind of things.
Nothing.
Right? I'm telling them, let me just pick up the food. They say you can't enter the establishment. At one point, I got to one, after I just almost gave up hope, I went to this one particular place and I'm talking to the guy. No, bear in mind, I'm showing them that I'm vaccinated. I'm showing them my vaccinated card. And I said, no, that's your country thing. We need the French passport to enter. Right? Is one bouncer. Is one of the bouncers them, right? Just like take pity on me. And I was like, look, run in and order the food and come out. You can't stay and eat. Right? It just so happened that when I was coming out, the man said, Bachi, you look like you're dead.
The man said, the man your skin and bones at this point.
The man tell me, you look like you might not make it back to anywhere to be able to eat the food. Just eat it in there. As soon as you eat, you could leave. The man just take pity on me. Yeah, understand what's going on around the world?
The man say you're hungry in your face, Lord.
Show me mask, everything. The man. Show me mask, everything. The man walk out, but nobody's bar might not make it. It's out of the goodness of his heart. Out of the goodness of his heart, I get something to eat tonight. Oh my gosh, like people don't understand what's going on around the world. Yeah?
Somebody tell me that the asbestos spray that stop attacks is $1,000. Let me tell you something, right? Medicine shouldn't cost this much. I'm convinced that it is ridiculous for things that are going to save your life to cost. Because if you can't afford it, you're gonna die.
Jade,
you know how ridiculous that sound?
Jade, one of the things that drive the cost of these things, right? Is and understandably so, just based on economics. When you have something that is not going to be used by, let's say, a wide, like if there's a specialist disease, a rare disease and thing, you can understand the medication for that.
Yeah, because they don't. Yeah.
Right. Research and development of that disease to sell 6 vials of it every year, you can understand the price. Not for things where everybody dealing with it, the whole world.
I still can't understand how they just started free testing, you know. We had corona for 3 years, you know, friend.
Come in here. I said one of the problems we're having is that people ain't going to test because they can't afford it. People start to call, I'll do all kind of thing. People say, oh, you could get free tests if you tap and what, but I said, nobody know about that.
This was supposed to be an initiative from jump.
Anyway, thank God they started.
Thank the Lord, guys. Y'all can go and get your free test. But I heard, I'm not sure if it's the truth, but I heard it's only for January. So I guess maybe they just figured that by February the cases should lessen. I don't know. But
well, I think that is the hope. The hope is that.
But they said the first 2 weeks in February. Remember we do an article where they said the timeline would be early February.
They probably push back to mid by now with all these cases.
But yeah, guys, you can go and get your free testing from 6:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about it for me is we are going to have to figure out how to deal with these situations a bit better. I don't even want to imagine the workload for the case managers them. Because one day we had 5 cases, the next day we had 100,000.
I could vividly remember when I was like, yes.
Okay.
We almost there. We almost there. We're almost down to 0.
Your response to me
sir,
is...
whoever this person be irritating me so. Stop saying that you have not seen... Can you see COVID, sir? You cannot see COVID. You can... Are you a mutant? Stop saying that you've never seen anybody with COVID. I had COVID. Azim had COVID. See? 2 people. 2 people. Okay? Fine. My God.
Jade, some people just see.
You think they're willful? I think they're willful playing with us.
The people that see I'm blind. You never hear about that? See I'm blind.
This man keeps saying that he never seen nobody.
Let's hear this call up to say. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Good morning and a blessed New Year to you and Jane.
Same to you.
Hey.
So why don't the government, Caribbean government like beg? Why don't they beg Japan or one of those countries that we're affiliated with for some free home kit vaccine, testers? Because that's what they're doing here in America right now. Right now in every state, they're giving out free home kits. So you don't have to go nowhere to test yourself. You test yourself at home. And if you feel like you have a symptom, you just stay home and recover. Because unless you have breathing difficulties, you don't need to really go to any doctor because there's nothing they give you. There's nothing they can do for you. All they do is tell you quarantine, stay in your house. So maybe the government should be asking for some home testing kits. And like you said, they just start giving out free testing.
I think I could answer that for you. You like music, too?
Yes.
Well, you might be familiar with this song. It goes something like this: money, 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 money. You ever hear about that song there?
Oh yes, and that's the whole thing. This whole thing to me is nothing but but a money-making scheme for the big pharmaceutical, for the governments all around the world. They're taking it and they're milking COVID to the fullest as fast, as good as they can. Because they look at the pill, what Jade was talking about. Remember who said that the world is overpopulated, you know? So this pill is only for the rich and the famous, okay? It's not for the average poor me and you. They couldn't care less when the poor me and you die. It is for the rich and the famous, the who of who. So, people, Lord God have mercy. All I'm going to say, Jesus help, take the wheel. Y'all have a blessed morning.
Listen, y'all ain't think Jesus there, y'all? Think about it. Y'all ain't think Jesus there, y'all?
Jesus been driving for how many hours now back? How many years now? How many decades now? Because he take the wheel long time back.
Long time, man. And said the doctor that long here with the vaccine. Tell her, take it all, I want take it all. I would say, why want the bad do? Why want the bad do at this point?
Yeah,
whatever happened at this point.
Telling you. Good morning, caller, live on Island T. What's up?
Hi, good morning. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Just to piggyback on what the last caller said, right? She said that it's just for the rich and the powerful, or whatever she said. But I like to know, the rich and the super wealthy made the money off the backs of the poor. Okay? If all the poor, so-called quote-unquote poor people had to be eradicated, the rich and the super wealthy would kind of not really cease, but the lower wealthier one is going to become the poor one. So technically, the rich and the super rich cannot afford for all the poor people to die, because then they won't make any money. Okay? They pay us, they work us to the bone to make them rich. I mean, typically everybody who had a job or have a job who works for somebody, you get paid a salary, whether it's a good salary or not. But you make the company money, the company tries to pay you as little as possible, and they make the lion's share. And that's how they get rich. Without poor people working for the rich people wouldn't be rich. Okay? That's all I have to say. COVID thing is a messy situation. We just have to get over it. Whether you're for vaccine or not or whatever, we have to try to be safe and protect ourselves and our family. And all I'm employing people out there to do is to think for yourself, reason for yourself, and make wise decisions. And when you get certain information from certain places, take it with a grain of salt, do some more research. Don't just take the first, especially things on the internet. Don't take the first thing that you read, because it kind of reinforces an idea you might have. And say, oh, see there, everybody has an agenda. But if it's good or bad, it's not everybody's best interest, it's your best interest. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Listen. So here on the live, this is the last time I'm going to talk to you. I'll talk to you like a child.
I'll tell you and you ignore them there.
I know, you're right. But this is the last time I'm going to talk to him like a child. You want to see somebody who has COVID, go to the hospital and go lay down in the middle of the COVID ward. You'll see plenty. No, actually no, because the COVID ward in overrun.
No, you see one or two?
Yeah, go, because you're weird. I don't know.
You know why I don't take on these people here? It's like, they don't understand. Like, when you say things like that, yeah, that too. But it also is very offensive to people, especially people who would have lost loved ones to
don't
yeah, exactly. You understand? So I just don't ignore certain people.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you that is yep.
I don't really give the energy.
I'm gonna be quiet.
It's like sometimes I wonder, because you ever ran across this conspiracy theory, all the birds are dead?
What? All the birds are dead?
Yeah, so there's this movement that basically says that all the birds in the US since I can't remember the year, but they've been killing off all the birds and replacing them with drones. Now, bear in mind, it's satire. Like, they don't actually believe it. But
not.
No, they don't actually believe it. But the people that was pushing it was like it was a satire. Yeah, satirical movement. So there was like the last, I think they finished it now, but it went on for like 5 years.
Oh.
And the last thing they did was they protested around the Twitter headquarters to get them to change the logo of Twitter, right?
From a bird to a what?
They just change it from a bird because they're promoting the
The anti-birdness.
yeah, the agenda of the government. But just so you have people who believe just all kind of things. Like at some point, you just have to figure out how much energy you're giving to certain things. And
I think this is the last time I gave them kind of things energy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I just don't.
Not this
give
good
energy.
New Year, you know. Not this good blessed New Year. Tall, yelling and get work.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've now gone into a new year, guys, and still dealing with COVID and
still 3 long years in it.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is what it's gonna be. It is what it's gonna be, and that is why I kept saying when some of these phrases that were being used, I don't know if persons were just being facetious. I don't know if they were being disingenuous. All this new normal and whatever. I just like.
Because they didn't feel normal.
I'm just like, there's no. What normal was even before this.
I don't know.
You understand?
Just living and trying to live.
And I keep telling people, guys, continue to just adapt. Continue to adapt and make whatever necessary changes you need to achieve what you want to achieve in life.
Simple.
Yeah. Protect yourself and move.
Exactly. Because it ain't have to be COVID, you know? It ain't have to be COVID. You could go outside and get knocked down today. It don't have to be COVID.
And not only that, I think at some point, well, the point not gone with the banks and so, the bill collectors them, they ain't studying about COVID or no COVID. Yeah.
Nope. It is what it is.
Yeah,
okay?
rough out here, trust me.
Definitely rough out here.
Trust me.
You just have to, and that's why I don't like when they keep trying to only push this vaccinated thing as the end all be all, because there's so many other things.
I keep saying, if you're in a fight, right? You have to use all the weapons available to you. You can't just use one weapon.
No, if your knife break, what are you gonna do? Just watch it.
Use everything. Use everything.
There are options. The funny thing is they made the option.
This is what I keep saying.
They made the option. And they want to use that.
At some we talked to Iceline in here about from like health and well-being, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, we should have already started seeing the government make moves in terms of instituting policies that are going to result in a healthier population.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things that they've been advocating for, right? Subsidies on healthier drinks and foods, heavier taxation on unhealthy foods and drinks. These are the kind of responses that we need.
Mm-hmm.
These are the kind of responses that we need now. It ain't no. Come on, make sure you get vaccinated.
That's not good.
Yes, we need to see. Watch you. Where the garbage pan them in Bastille?
What? Sorry.
Where the garbage pan them in Bastille? No, like what I'm saying is the responses to these things, right? The responses to these things. The responses to these things must be the effort must be put into just improving overall health.
Yes. Not just
the overall health of the entire nation.
Because guess what, Azim? It is very possible for you to die if you're vaccinated, if you have all of these underlying health conditions.
Yeah, vaccine can help you.
That literally ain't gonna do nothing, you know? The vaccine can just watch Corona pass.
Your X amount, your body mass index higher than Mount Liamigo. You think vaccine saving you?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Look how you can be here though.
Me?
Bro, you have to
because of the way that you've been because
every day.
The relationship between your hand and your mouth for the last 50 years put you in a position now where you're fighting diabetes. Your body, what diabetes is, you stop produce insulin, right? Or you're supposed to produce it, right?
Something so. You got hypertension, you
got
got
all kind of
diabetes,
thing.
It is because
And
you
then
have to do more of that.
And then you come talk about the vaccine.
What are you stop? What is that supposed to? Okay, so corona gonna kill you. Diabetes. You ain't doing it for that. You just worry about corona.
Let me tell you something, right? We're gonna have to recognize that all these tools that we have at our disposal, we have to implement them. Rapid testing.
Please.
Giving people the option to test at home.
Please.
Right? Encouraging people not only through words but through policy to live healthier lives.
Please. We're begging. This is a new year, y'all have time.
School was supposed to open today.
Yep.
Well, you know what I mean. Full school.
Yeah. I just waiting to see when Jaden gonna come back home, you know?
The thing about it is this. So when the children them go back to school now, what is business as usual? Wear mask and sanitize?
No.
We need to start encouraging the children them to exercise. We need to start encouraging the children them to eat healthier foods. We need to school meals. Luckily, I think over the years the school meals really been doing a lot better.
May know what I reach now.
I mean, it's good food. It's good food.
That we thought it was good food though.
Yeah, but at the same time, it might be good food, like it tastes good and so, and it's like cooked well.
Got like vegetables and stuff now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you have veggies and things.
Somebody whose child goes to school and has school meals. What is the meals like?
I know they use.
I do not know.
I know I used to love the turkey wing and macaroni. Yeah?
Bye.
The turkey wing and macaroni used to be, but there was no veggies. There was no like, not even
carrot.
Not a carrot to be seen. Not a carrot to be seen. There was no broccoli anywhere.
No kind of vegetables. Just rice and vibes.
Rice and relish. Rice and relish.
Sometimes you get cookie too.
What? But I never
you never get cookie enough for that. Why do I know this school meal schedule off the top of my head?
Hey, and that's another thing too. I think that's another thing there, but that's a whole other topic there.
What?
The stigma attached to school meals, we got to do something about that.
Oh, that's how are you saying the school meal there, you know?
You got some children, some are struggling to get children eat KFC every day. And Burger King.
Food and stuff, like, come on.
And they got school meals there.
Yes.
You got some children them steady hungry because they want to eat school meals because it's a stigma attached to it.
No, eat it. The only thing I could say that I didn't like back then, and I'm pretty sure they fixed it by now, is the fact that some of the dishes used to be outside. Like sometimes I could vividly remember.
I guess that depends on the school too.
Yeah, I could vividly remember.
Because I never have none of the schools I used to go.
Oh, it must be nice. I could vividly remember going outside to get cups from out. Like they would just be outside. Like sometimes they just out. I don't know if the kids just drop them in the dirt or just leave them.
No, I went to Newtown Primary. Newtown Primary had a lunchroom.
We had a lunchroom though.
Oh, but
saying that the food was outside.
No, but the cups, the utensils and things.
Yeah, I guess it's just the kids used to just do whatever with the utensils sometimes. But you know, school, listen, do not sleep on school meal, okay? If you cannot afford it, they're I know. Yes, you got it too, like.
I tell her the turkey wing and macaroni was the thing.
I know what that was our favorite. Listen, yeah, we gotta stop. Like, if you can't afford to give your kids, it don't make sense for you to be.
And even if you can, there's nothing wrong with the school meal.
Nothing at all. It is a way to help you. Okay, imagine you get 5 free meals per day. You know how much adults wish they had school meals right now. As if imagine if your workplace used to give you 5 meals.
Jade,
5 meals.
Jade, the teacher them still killing the school meals.
Why wouldn't they?
As they should.
Hello?
As they should.
Free food over there. I gotta eat it.
Okay. Not a thing wrong with the food.
Not a thing.
But
okay?
we probably might need to do something in terms of
Yeah, man. Add a little veggie, man.
And yeah, add some veggies. But not only that, even in terms of the at school and learning about that, you know, health and nutrition, diet. A lot of us, we went to school and we really don't know what a balanced diet looks like.
Nope.
What we do, yes, we from St. Kitts. So we wake up in the morning, first thing, we eat $1 bread.
What?
Well, there's no such thing no more.
No,
so we eat $1 quarter, $1.50 bread, right? With some kind of relish in it, right?
One? Sometimes that they're piled high.
Yeah, so it's either, if you're buying, you might buy sawfish, tuna, it might just be cheese, bam, bam,
You're
bam.
making me want to buy Nigel buy.
So that's the first thing. Then lunchtime, we go home. Guess what happening after that there, Jade? A mountain of rice, right? A mountain of rice with some chicken wing. And if you're somebody who trying to be healthy, what you do? You drop on some you maybe boil a carrot, or you boil out all the nutrients of the carrot, cut it up and put it on the side.
Yeah, original. No, we brown. The broccoli
But-
barely hanging out.
But guess what?
Listen.
You wash it down with a ginger soda because you want something to break up the gas.
Yeah, I remember you can't drink water when you're done eating them things because
Oh, yeah.
water
yeah, yeah.
does float on the
But
grease.
the float and the grease, yeah.
I can't believe if it's I watch it for a good 5 minutes, like.
The water, the float and the
you're
grease, Jade.
serious?
You can't mix water and oil
No,
and you
you're
use oil to cook.
This is how I know it was again health and nutrition in school, boy. Because a big adult watched me in my face and told me, and she was eating something. She was eating like chicken and chips or something. And I was like, well, you don't just get water. She was like, no, water will float on the grease. I said,
Water and oil can't mix, Jade.
Boy, like that, they threw me for a loop.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to do better.
You know what else? You know, I know you didn't see it before. For some reason, in this country, we have this love affair for starch.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you're going to eat rice
Yep.
and,
Rice and
macaroni.
macaroni. Yeah, rice and macaroni.
Rice and mashed potato.
Yep. We don't know what a balanced meal looks like.
Or you're barely awake because you can't get yourself after that. You know how hard it be to fight the diabetes after that meal?
And then the thing is, we stay in there and we're trying to figure out. We stay in there and we're trying to figure
I
out.
feel so.
You want to tell me sister in a way? Oh. She hang up.
Remember, it was one friend. She
know.
yeah.
But the thing is, right? What people don't recognize is, let me give you all a little. Look, I'm not a dietitian.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you're not.
But what I can tell you is, your body don't know what to do with the starch afterwards because it breaks the starch down to sugars, right? So what does it do? It goes, oh well, store up the sugar over here, and it comes fat. People feel like if you eat a lot of sugar, like that is what make you fat.
No, it's all the
it's
other
the starch.
things you eat.
It's the starch, the carbs.
The
that-
bread, the potatoes, the rice.
That's
the
why your body can store up as the
macaroni.
fat. That's where the fat coming from here. The mountain of rice that you eat in every lunchtime.
You,
'Cause you can't
fake it.
you can't burn it off, Jade.
You're going back in your office to barely to struggle to stay awake. As in yesterday, I made some chicken lasagna, right? I had some chicken lasagna, I had a piece of rib, and I had some veggie, some green beans and cabbage and stuff, right?
Right.
Mainly a lot. And then when I tell you I couldn't
Heavy.
catch myself,
Your eyelid them heavy.
I could not. And Jaden come in every morning, and what Jaden does do, right? He not in the morning, the chicken does wake us up. So he kept making chicken noises.
To try wake you up. That's the alarm.
He kept coming by me and making
something
chicken
else,
noises. Because he was like, no, mommy, I up you up.
Yep.
Bruh, I don't know how y'all do it every day. That I can't, that is a struggle. Moral of the story, guys.
Yeah. We need to figure out what balanced meals are.
And we need to do it now. We need to implement some exercise, some diet. I know a lot of us don't like to exercise. I hate it as well. But we need to implement it into our everyday because we are still in a pandemic. Though not because people making it seem like it's over. We are still in a pandemic. And yes, we have to do the things that we need to do. Vaccination isn't the only thing. We have to take care of ourselves because, again, the vaccine cannot help you. If diabetes kicking your butt, it cannot help you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, like good. And this is what I keep telling people. When we keep talking about we need to learn to live with the virus. We need to learn to live with the virus.
No,
Like, look. But even so,
don't feel like
what does that mean?
they don't even know.
You understand what does that
They
mean?
don't even. You hear them say they're about to stop counting. They're about to stop counting cases as them.
Yeah, just know. I've been saying it. When does that happen?
Oh, just now, man. I think what happened is Dr. Wilkinson fed up. He is fed up. Well, so you go sometimes. Break time? Oh, before we go to a break, I have to read something very quickly from our friends at Sniper.
Hey.
Yes. Become a Sniperian.
Oh, they got membership drive?
Yeah, man.
Membership drive time.
Join us today. Deadline January 24th, 2022. Ages 12 to 30. Application period now open. There's a link. I don't know where y'all can find the link.
And this Sniper Facebook page, I would assume.
Yes, I assume if you go to the Sniper page, you will find this link. Become a Sniperian today.
Guys, make sure you share the information, especially if you know young people who are interested in nation building, who are interested in volunteerism, who are interested in just being a part of a youth group.
Trying to push the country forward.
Yeah, I just looking for personal development. I think it's Sniper is a really good group. So yeah, pass on the information, guys. Jade, quick question before we go to a break.
Why Lindsay went at press conference today?
But he always got press conference. He's the one minister got press conference every week.
Yeah, sure. He on point.
No, he don't got press conference literally every week.
Y'all need to get like him. Share the information, okay? Share the short bus.
But the question I wanted to ask, how much boosters you taking?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. We go to the break now. Question answered.
What I meant to say. Well, I'm going to take my booster just now.
How much booster you taking? Watch out.
Listen,
By the time you're done, your arm look like a checkers board.
By the time I done, I shouldn't die from anything at all. Nothing's supposed to be able to kill me after I done
tell
all these boosters.
I tell you last night, Jade, I said, after all these vaccine boosters, tailored vaccines and things, you're supposed to be immortal.
I may want to be immortal because living forever ain't seem fun. All my friends gonna die. All my parents, like my loved ones. And I said, why you in the themes? Fred, focus.
No, I'm looking for something else.
Oh.
Yeah. No, the thing here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me go. Let me go. Topic. I thought
I got you.
I thought you forget you.
No.
Okay. Anyway, guys, we will be right back with a very interesting interview from the man Mod Stoney. Stay tuned.
Better one.
Bye. That's my favorite ad-lib. We will be right back, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island T, right here on Win Media SKN with your faves. Kevin and Azem featuring Jade, Gwen, Idita, CPL, Johnson. Mad, what you saying? You ain't hear nothing? Try not to put your headphones. Oh, I think I see what's going on there.
Oh no, we fixed it.
You should be, let me pull another piano. I think that was what's going on there. But guys, as we said before we went to the break, we actually joined in studio with a very special guest. The man himself, the myth, the legend, Mod Stoney. Mod! Morning, brother, how things?
Kind of like that intro, you know. The myth, the legend. I like that. Yeah, I need a copy of that,
We
that
can work
intro.
out that.
There. We could work out something.
Yeah.
Good morning, pleasant good morning to everybody in Radio Land and who's viewing on the stream online. Blessed morning to everyone.
Yeah, man, it's good to have you, man. Back on island, back in the place.
Yeah, back on road, you don't know.
Yeah, man.
That's your things just in the same when the man in on the vacuum.
Bye. The man catch me off guard. Watch you, I gone out, I over by Christina, I gone outside. That's it.
But he's a kind of figure you can't really miss him out. That kind of.
That's telling you, that's the only reason I was showing, you know, because I'm 6'5" and bony.
The omnipotent one, you know. So, yeah, like you said, the mythical creature. Yeah.
But man, it's a pleasure to have you joining us here in the studio this morning, man. And especially now when you have so much going on. I mean, but for the people who are listening who don't know who Mod Stoney is.
For some weird reason.
Yeah. No, but we have people from different demos.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Cleo might not know.
Yeah.
I mean, Send Me might not know.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though she might be your neighbor. But but who is Mod Stoney?
Mod Stoney is a mythical figure, like you stated, the omnipotent one, the multifaceted figure in the music business in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Indeed. And of course, you mentioned that you're involved in music. But how do you classify your music? Like, what would you say the type of music that you produce?
Which genre are we speaking of?
That's I asking you. That's what I'm saying. Like, how would you describe the music that you produce?
That's why I'm going with the moniker, like, omnipotent, because I do a plethora of things, and that's a skill set that most artists don't possess. So my music is versatile.
I think why it is like you seem to pull a lot of inspiration from different places.
The weirdest places, non-musical places.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, and I think when you mention genres, I think we sometimes use the genres to try and group things and put them into this
To answer
box.
that question based on what you said, Mod Stoney is a genre-bending artist.
Okay, genre bending. I could see that.
You know what happened? The man feel like he's an anime character for real, you know?
But he's an anime character.
No, I that's my
No, I
alter
love it.
ego.
I
That's
love
my
it.
alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like, who could stop me?
No,
That's
nobody.
just my energy.
The man got a lot of different jutsu, yeah.
What?
A lot.
Listen, I don't know if people anticipated. Well, they couldn't, because he hit us with a, you know how Beyonce just dropped the album, ain't tell nobody nothing. But yeah, I just got on board. I said, this an album?
Just so.
I don't remember what day it was, but it was just like a random
The 5th
day.
of January.
Okay, see the man. Well, of course you're gonna know. It was just a random day.
Was supposed to be the first, but due to the holiday and festivities, we had a little delay on the streaming platforms, and due to certain lyrics infringement and punctuations, etc., it pushed back the project a little bit more. So I had to correct certain things on the back end. So me being very hands-on, I do all that stuff also.
Yeah, but the music is out now.
The music is out on all major and minor streaming platforms.
Well, tell us a bit about this new project.
Omnipotent. The title is Omnipotent. Omnipotent derived from me finding myself over the years like, dabbling with different genres, having hits in different genres, not just China thing. No, we could safely say we have hits in dancehall, soca, and hip hop. You understand? So when I was in the creative process for this new project, I was like searching for a name, and I had a track I recorded like maybe 2 years ago called Omnipotent. So while I was going through my hard drive now and I saw the title track, I said, you know what, this is the name I'm going with for the project. So I kind of build the project around that title, around the concept. And I was like, and struggling for a name. Omnipotent just keep resonating. It just was standing out, I keep seeing it like in the subconscious. And I just decided to run with it.
So, so the term was resonating with you. But how did you build out that concept? Like, what can we expect as we listen to this album?
A lot of lyrics, bars, wordplay. More evolved wordplay, more evolved delivery, a lot of multiple flow patterns. Because I take pride in like switching flows. I don't like it to be repetitive and every track to sound the same. I like each track to have its own mood. You understand? So I went in with the idea of, look, let every track have its own storyline, its own concept, not fitting into a compilation, so to speak. So it's like an EP filled with singles.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's really demonstrating different facets of Mod Stoney.
Correct.
All right. And I think that is real interesting for us, the listener, especially now where it might have been a little bit of time between we might have gotten the last Mod Stoney like project.
Yeah, correct. 2018.
So how long it been?
2018, I dropped Island Boy Meets World.
Right.
But I didn't really like promo it. Well, for some reason, my style ain't really big on the promo. It's like, I got this cult kind of underground kind of fan base kind of vibe going on. And I tried the whole radio runs and stuff like that, before in the past. I did it all, but it just didn't feel right because the results wasn't coming from doing these radio runs and press runs. I felt like I was kind of losing myself a bit and my core following in the sense of trying to, the cliche term is chasing a commercial single or something like that. So I had to revamp my whole self and structure and come back again. And with Omnipotent, the reviews and the reception have been phenomenal. So I guess,
awesome.
We find it back again.
That body of work is amazing. I've been listening to it and it just put me in that different type of mindset, man. Like, I just want to get up and I can't really say it on the ear because
I can say it.
Yeah.
I can say it. I mean, yes, right now we're living in a time where masks are acceptable. But I like to know when I listen to certain people, they give me a vibe that I need to go find my black hoodie.
Yeah.
And walk to an alley somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah? That kind of, okay.
Well, track one for a fact.
Track one alone, listen, and you know what really
I look for
catching
my
me?
black hoodie bag.
The sample.
The samples, the beats, listen,
beat
that
selection.
is, woo.
Yeah.
I love it. That's my type of music.
Yeah.
When I need to listen something different from the R&B and all of that.
Not only that too. If you look at the project on Audio Mac and you see like they have like a genre and subgenre category, most of the tracks listed as a workout.
Telling you
So that also show you like my frame and my high energy, upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like all or nothing.
Telling you, but I think my favorite track is the Flocka track.
Wambasaka, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
The man got them anime.
Yeah.
I have no idea how anime goes there.
No, but
you're
Wambasaka
making me
actually
feel
is a
like-
right back for that plays for Manchester United. For
Oh,
a fact.
he's
He's a
not the
defender.
He's a defender,
Oh,
Yeah.
you see me, I'm not about football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just saw them and I was like, because I feel like I know you, I was like, this got to be like anime.
no,
because I know you
Sasuke
love.
is anime.
See, I knew it, I knew
Yeah,
it.
that's like 2
Trust
tracks
me.
up or maybe 1 track before.
Yeah.
The album is
Yeah, thank you. And I actually feel happy. Like normally, like, as an artist, you drop projects and it's like after you've been doing it for so long, it becomes like repetitive. You understand? So it's like I had lose the joy of music at a point in time there.
The drive, yeah.
That's why you wasn't seeing me like dropping anything, because it's like it's just like round and round and round and round and round. So I had to like find back the love for music again. So that's when I went into like in-house engineering and stuff like that, and just having fun, because I had lose the fun out of it. It was too serious, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I gotta start back having fun. And yeah.
You think that because you migrated at a very interesting time.
Peak time, one would say, in my career.
In your career, right? And I always wonder how that affected your relationship with music, right?
Yeah.
Because it could go a lot of different ways. It could go a lot of different ways, and you never know. I always applaud you for taking because before you went, we had a lot of conversations about this.
Yeah.
And even after you were there.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, is like how you just don't know. You're stepping out, you don't know exactly where things are gonna go, how things are gonna go. And you're saying at one point, you know, sometimes, and it happens to the best of us. We you put so much energy into, sometimes you just get tired. Sometimes you just get tired.
Bro, to keep it real, I just got tired, like burned out. And based on what you were saying earlier, like I migrated at a point where it's like, you know, like, coming out doing music fest back to back. You know, everything just up. Everything was up and stuck, you feel me? And then I migrate at the time, which it was like partially like my mom's idea. Fun fact, I was just to carry my cousin by my auntie, you know, and come back. And my auntie was like, yeah, want to stay? That's just the story, what happened. You understand? I didn't plan to really like fully leave at that time.
Right.
So what was to be like a 2 months vacation turned into 5 years of my life.
Life just
happened, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that transition was the hardest challenge of my life.
Wow.
Because it's like, you know, in the more familiar faces, like I learned how much like my immediate circle, like, you know, meant to me in terms of like my happiness and like mental state and stuff like that. Just the little freaking and laughing and you know, being able to go out together and just the whole safe space, you feel me? Right. Now I'm in a different environment.
You don't have that.
I don't have that. So it's like I had to like resort to like being on a type of time, like more serious type of time 24/7. Because at the end of the day you can't really, you know what I mean, lower your guard and you can't really to trust people. So it's like I had a lot of trust issues. And
not only that, you've gone into a new space now and you have to
space.
live. So you have to live.
I have to adapt to my environment, you understand? So I felt like, you know, I adapted well, but that's where the disconnect was starting to happen now. Because it's like, you know, in Rome, you're doing as the Romans do, but I ain't a Roman.
Right.
You understand? So it's like, felt like I was losing myself a bit. And the whole pandemic happened. The last time I was home was 2019. Right. You understand? Which was fun, great experience. And then the pandemic happened. So I was looking to do certain stuff. And then, you know, we had a block party up by me. I wanted to keep an annual event like that's, you know, me and my neighbor there would buy one. I was like, yeah, this is going to be we thing. You feel me? Because I feel like as an individual, as an artist, you need to have at least some signature event, and that was the plan. And then the pandemic come and just wipe it aside. So that was the next depressing moment again, because I was like, yo, everything I try to do, like, I mean, the universe ain't blessing me, but I had to come out of that frame of mind because I had to say, the universe done bless me so much, right? You understand? Because while you're accomplishing such a short space of time, a lot of like, you know, national artists ain't even get a sniff of it. Right. So I had to just be thankful
Change
for
your perspective.
Yeah, the highs and lows that comes with the musical journey.
And for anybody who's just tuning in again, we're here with the man Mod Stoney. He just dropped something fresh for us, something fresh for the ears, you know. New year, new music. I love it.
Yeah, but Mod.
Yeah.
quickly, just so people know, you the name of the project again.
Omnipotent.
And you say it's on all
major minor streaming platform, YouTube, iTunes, everywhere. Right now, I see, like I said, the lead single looking like is track 1, and upon release, fun fact, with zero promo, the whole EP charted.
Really?
Top 50.
Wow.
Yeah, the lead track 1 was like top 3. It was number 2. It charted at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and Massacre Big Bad album just holding the number 1 spot. I couldn't clinch it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a good feeling for me personally to know, like, yo, I ain't putting no promo effort into this and it charted. Yeah. So what if I had really, it's not too late. It's not too late, right? Because for me, I have the whole year to promote this. Yeah. I'm still figuring out what to do with it, etc., etc. Right. I already shot a video for Molotov featuring our next national artist called Wizkid. You guys may or may not know of him, but you know what I mean? I like to pick out the diamond in the rough.
Right.
And I feel like he's a diamond in the rough. He just need the ear, the time, the exposure, and our audience. And I think he's a phenomenal artist.
Well, I think it really speaks to the relationship your fans have with your music. Right? I think some people have fans that the music fans, and they might be popular at the time, or they might be hype, and so you have fans based on the hype. There's people who like music. But there are people who are fans of particular artists and buy into what that artist stands for, that artist's personality, character.
Correct.
What they say in the music. And I think, like you mentioned earlier, a lot of your fans are like that. Like they are Mod Stoney fans.
Yeah, they rock with me. They rock with me for me. Really? You understand? Like, I don't have to like create no false narrative or no persona.
No crazy
nothing.
I mean, you said it in one of your songs. You really don't.
Yeah, it's like what you see is where you get type of vibe going on. He's very big on principles and certain core fundamentals that I enter the arena with, that I will leave with, and I can't let the music change me, because I'm the curator, the narrator, the creator of my story.
Indeed, and I think that the fact that the music came out and had that type of impact really speaks to that fact.
Okay, substance ain't really nothing fictional, like I said. You understand? It's just raw, and like I said, I try to polish it up previously, younger, growing up, because the pressures around us, like being an entertainer on here, like ain't everybody could know how to receive what they don't understand.
Right.
And the inception of Mod Stoney, it was like a phenomenon happened that they don't know how to receive it. Right.
You're alien.
You understand?
You're alien. That's
because
what you're alien.
Look at life now in hindsight. when I was start, like I have hits like this skunk. How you mean, right? It was like taboo for somebody to sing about marijuana.
Right.
Yeah,
that was a big thing. When that song come out, I remember it was a big thing.
Parents was like, encouraging the kids to smoke. But
you know what's wild about that? Remember, we used to go to school twice. Like, me and Mad used to go to, one time we went to school too and got stuck in the country.
And I actually got a bad fun fact.
For true?
Yeah, I have it. It's called the Basement Freestyle. It was like along the lines like you wasn't there when me and Jade was stranded. You understand?
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know the come up stories.
But it was fascinating to me because imagine
Jamie fault.
As usual. As usual.
I'm gonna leave Jamie up.
Jamie fault.
But it was fascinating to me because at the time it was like, as you said, taboo for people. But when we went to that school and the kids,
remember the reaction?
Listen, we had to be like, no, don't sing that part. Because we're singing the clean version and they're singing the
raw. No, they're singing the raw.
And imagine being at a school performing. parents in the audience.
Teachers watching us.
Teachers watching us, and these children just bust out this big bad word. I felt at the time so bad because it's like that wasn't. Yeah, he's a professional and I try to keep it clean. So it's like Jade could tell you. Remember that time I actually said I'm gonna stop the music? You remember that instance over the beach?
Yeah.
When, bruh.
It was a long journey.
It was a long journey. Actually, it was like I quit. I ain't doing it no more. Why? Why as him? Because our audio track, it was the raw version instead of the clean version.
Are we in front of people?
It was a genuine like mistake, but that shows you how much of a perfectionist I am.
Yeah, it's right.
You understand? So it went wrong. So I was like, how could this happen? Jada done. I ain't seen no more. What do you mean you're done? You can't stop.
Just
These
over
things
this?
happen just
Come
over
on.
this. I was like, yeah, done. It was supposed to be the right way. And ain't the right way. And,
But
you know what I'm saying? So I blew a tantrum. Oh, and they had put me to perform after Infamous at the time. So it's like me as a young gun coming in the game and like, you can't put me to close after Infamous. I gotta go before Infamous. Infamous is the Danny, the OG. You feel me? So it was like, yeah, man, it was pressure at the time. Who ain't gone on stage after Infamous at that time? But then from that moment, something fascinating happened to me. After, Jade, them and so talked to me, it was Music Fest was the same year. And after that show, every show from that get shell. Yeah. Every single show dating from then to now was on point. I can't even lie. So what if I had actually stopped?
Imagine that.
You would have never even known.
I would have never even known my true potential, you feel me?
I remember like Mad was always one of them like proud. For me, like I just say Mad is one of them like bacchanalists like
offsprings.
Yeah. and so proud to see like watch it, but I didn't understand when Mad did Music Fest the first time.
Trust me, you wasn't prouder than me as him.
I
was in the front in the rain.
I remember we performed in the circus.
Yeah.
In the circus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had the time we perform up Flow Grounds.
Yeah.
And the Flow Grounds performance.
Yo. That's the first time Dexter Daps came to St. Kitts.
Right, it was Dexter Daps was on that show.
And I came to me, I was like, yo, I don't know who you be. But yeah.
And let me tell you something. Every time we perform with Mad, we perform with overseas artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every single time the local artists outshine the
fun fact.
That's not hard to
every
do.
single
fun
time.
Fact.
Every single time.
Even the overseas artists behind the scenes that be, giving us with props and like, and they be like, yo, why you ain't bigger than, you know what I mean? And
yeah, and that's an issue I have with not only you, but a lot of the talent that we have here.
Yeah.
Like, they're not getting I literally sat down and thought about this after BFF. The artists not getting the push they deserve, and they are some amazing talents.
Yeah, man.
Jedos and Byron and Dijon. And like how you have all of this coming out of this little country and not pushing that out there.
Yeah, because the powers that be don't take entertainment serious.
No, we know that.
They don't see it as a marketing tool. They see it as it's just noise.
No, it's a tool to be used for their own advantages.
Yeah, because entertainment and tourism should be brother and sister.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
You could even what you call global trading. We could trade entertainers. You understand? Regionally. Me want to go into that. This conversation. You understand? So it's like I just feel like, to the powers that be, please take entertainment serious. Please take entertainment serious. You guys playing with us. Yeah. You understand? Because over the years, we putting in the works. You understand? We elevating ourselves. When you guys were criticizing us, we took those constructive criticism and applied it. And this is the results. All the, I don't want to use the word bashing, but you're going to keep it real. The bashing what we get over the years, like, come on, ain't like we take it and bow out, I guess. They wanted us to quit, but you can't quit and stop doing what you love, what you're passionate about. No more time I say, stop the music, bye.
We all been there.
Yep.
I was like, man, seeing the results.
From that time I went to interview on Billy Lowell,
For sure?
I walk in going down town
You
in me
did.
tie, right?
Yeah.
In me tie, right?
I remember.
And I just there like, it just like I couldn't do it.
Ain't
Yeah,
I couldn't do
ain't
it.
feel
I
right.
couldn't do it, man. I
Fun
couldn't do it.
fact, I went to an interview, I forget the position it was, in Macy's, right? At the time, I needed a second job. And while I walking through Macy's, people just looking at me. So then this one guy came up to me and like, which agency do you model for? And I like, I don't model. He said, you don't model? What you here? For interview. He said, take my advice. Leave here and go to a modeling agency.
Yeah.
You ain't belong here.
Yeah, me
Boy.
like
And I was like, I don't know what you do, who you are, but I know you somebody important. And throughout my whole life in NY, that's how it is. Like random people, I would be on the train and be like, what you do?
Same thing happened to me too.
You're important. You somebody. That's what they say. You somebody. Who are you? Every single day.
People doesn't know.
You understand? So
I
it's
can sense
like
it.
the aura, the omnipotent aura just be oozing. You understand? And it's like after hearing it every day, it was like, man, I can't stop doing music.
No.
I can't stop. Because if when I stop, it's like people pushing me back towards it again. You understand?
But you can't run from your nature.
Yeah, it's true.
They can't run from your nature.
Yeah.
They can just come out. They can't run from your nature. And that is why I keep telling people, that is why for me it's a travesty, an absolute travesty when you have people that have God-given talents and gifts and aren't in a position where they're able to use those gifts and talents even to just at the bare minimum survive.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy because like you stated earlier, is like Jade stated, there's a lot of talented artists in St. Kitts. And fun fact, let me tell you guys something, right? With no biasness, I feel like I could say now I travel enough, and I see talents abroad.
Yep.
And by saying his art is talented,
Yep.
like on a different level from these men.
Yep.
People out there, when I would share certain stuff like myself and other artists, and so the question is this: why you guys ain't blow yet? What is the reason why you guys ain't blow up yet? And they would be like, yo, I know you guys like be making a lot of money for shows out there, and you guys is like big deal. And they're like, nah, me buy.
No.
Nah, me brethren. I said, nah, me brethren.
This is what we're doing on the hobby tip.
I said, but me brethren, this me hobby, huh? I said, your hobby?
They don't even know.
I said, no. Nah, me brethren buy, we da work 9 to 5 and so, yeah.
Regularly.
Wait. Nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 because my mantra was I came into the game working me 9 to 5 while doing music. Fun fact, I never quit me 9 to 5 because music don't give reciprocating funds in St. Kitts. So that's something from early on I knew. So I always like treated music like my hobby, hoping one day that it would take me from my 9 to 5.
Right.
And it shouldn't be that way. It should be me putting like my main focus into music, but ain't got nothing in place where music could be my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
'Cause I got pay bills and all these things.
You have to live at the end of the
I
day.
gotta
Very
live,
difficult,
you
very
understand?
difficult.
And I can't just go card the word and say, yeah man, he's missing one drink, so and give me that bread for free. You know what I'm saying? That don't work here, you understand? I say, yeah.
No.
I say, yeah, my brethren, let me give me $2.50 here, please. So
No, I honestly feel like the issue here is that they always wait until other people recognize the gems and the talents that we have here and start to push it for them to be like, yeah, that
and then they want to take the credit. You understand?
No.
They want to take the credit. No, but there was a gain a debit, but they want to take the credit.
You understand?
They
And
don't learn. They
so-
don't learn, and it's sad.
So you go in life still, and at the end of the day, it's like, we ain't shun it. You understand? When I watch it kind of side eye, like, man, you really wasn't there supporting me. And I feel more people sometimes need to call out people. Don't be afraid. Just tell them, just remind them, like, yo, I understand, but you really wasn't there. But I'm glad that you realize now and you come on board, you know, later. I can't hear say soon. You're on board. So it's a pleasure to have you on board, because sometimes it's like the ones who you would and life, like being an entertainer taught me that, you know, like, but you would think like, let's say you know your friend when you're going business. You understand? But for me, it's a shocker to see like, but okay, I live in this small community. Everybody know each other, you check? So you would think like support would be automatic, because it's like, you know how far I coming from. We coming from the same place, you understand? So it's like, you could tell my story to somebody and all. You could be like, bro, I know this man since 2 o'clock, yeah. Man went washy. Since saying washy, the man saying he gonna do what he doing. And I actually got classmates who could attest right now and say everything what happened to me, I stated it while in high school. Like, every step of the way, it's like I foresee it, stuck to the vision board, and just strategize, then I mobilize. You understand? So that was it. But like I was saying, not to show you would think that people would support you and they know how far you're coming from. But by dying it, I think they actually don't support you the way they should when they know where you're coming from.
Part of the issue is that you, because they're coming from the same place and you're going where you're going, it's almost like they feel less than because of your achievements, which, you know, everybody got their own route now.
Yeah, everybody got their own lane.
Support everybody and just do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, look at life. Who would have thought Jade would have be here on the radio?
Not Jade. Not Jade at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
What
guess
have
what?
I ever said I wanted to be on the radio?
Never. You will feel like, I thought Jade would quicker be a promoter, host, event planner, which she also is, by the way, but I just felt like that would have been the forefront of her career, you understand? But then, Jade walk in the little Walwin.
Yeah.
Big up the little Walwin, but that's not her passion.
Right.
You understand?
But the thing about it, like I tell people, look at Quincy Jones, right? Quincy Jones been producing all the time. You know, everybody know Quincy Jones from producing Michael Jackson.
Correct.
He produced Thriller when he was 50.
50.
50, yeah.
50.
So you just
No,
do
it's
you.
never too
Everybody
late.
journey,
Just
everybody
lots of-
journey, everybody journey different.
Yeah. Everybody, man.
That me pet people Thursday. Remember about that?
Okay.
I
mean, for me, like I say, it was like like coming to SK is like, for me, coming back home is equivalent to when Superman got back home.
We got to Krypton.
When he got to Krypton, it's like, you know, you need a recharge.
Yeah.
That's how what St. Kitts is to me. It's like when I feel down and out, tired, depressed, whatever, it's like my battery need recharging your check, because it's like, and then who am I to laugh, smile, dance, farm, all sort of nonsense that you don't associate with me. Check it out, and then it'll just energize me to like, and put me more in a focus state of mind that when I go back up there, like, you know, it's go mode now.
Right.
You understand? I done had enough fun. I get new lingo, because every year I do a lingo drop and saying it's in the streets. You check out, you don't know. I pioneer the lingo. I like to add a lot of local slangs into my music. So when they out there, people out there will be like, where's me where's bang tight? You understand? So it's like a SKN dictionary out there. You check, just converting local lingo and, you know, culture. I see it as culture. That's my give back as an entertainer, you know what I mean? And that's where tourism and entertainment come in, because just like that, I pitch for a show.
You understand?
And tourism could use certain things as a marketing tool also.
Right.
Just
They
use
don't use
us.
us for free.
Use
Okay.
us as...
They don't do it.
Yeah, they don't do it. Example. Rick Ross. Let's use Rick Ross as example. Rick Ross was here. He shot a video, right? The video have millions of views, right? You think tourism could put together sort of exposure?
Nope. Don't bother talk about Anguilla.
And the one in Anguilla.
But you see, Anguilla was smart.
They capitalize on fire.
Anguilla capitalized on it. Anyway.
Listen, we
that-
don't have to
that's
talk.
what-
We
that-
don't got to
yeah,
talk
we-
to Rick Ross. Look at the
ain't got
local artists that we have here. The amount of views that
We
have.
touching views.
Their
you know.
views are they have more views than some of these tourism videos that has been putting out all the time.
I have been in meetings where I have literally pulled up. I have literally gone to the tourism YouTube page to show the difference. I've been in meetings and done that.
Yeah, like literally entertainment is what
and not
runs
only
the
that,
culture here. Entertainment is what put us out there.
Of course, why in 2022 like artists is not getting brand deals?
If they get a brand deal, they're telling them shipping this, but they don't give money.
Man, listen, right? We can't go to the studio and tell the engineer we ain't got no money here. You would not know me. These people wouldn't, who watching or listening, you would have never know me if I didn't invest a few coins into me. Yeah?
You have to.
You understand?
Everything have a cost now.
Everything have a cost. So it's like, for example, why you still getting a girl from the next side of the world on a poster?
And we got people here who could.
Why is Susie and at least for glass? Why not a picture of Jedos in her apparel? Why not a picture of du jour? You understand? Myself, like when tourists come here, right? They're supposed to look at these staples, these images, and be like, "Who is that?" And just by they saying who is that, they're gonna be intrigued and they're going to do some research on that person. You never know, maybe an ambassador for Nike, Adidas, one of these apparel brands might come here on vacation, see a shot, like it, say, hey, that's a good candidate for the upcoming Nike release. Just like that, you get a brand deal. You understand? But you got kind of like post in these positions to be seen. Ain't like we want you like do the work for us and we willing to do the work here. Hence why we here.
Just don't fight against it.
Don't fight against it. Just let it flow, you feel me? Just try amplify what we're doing. That's all we asking you to do. Like amplify what we're doing, because first of all, we help ourselves. Nobody help us. Nobody gives us nothing. You understand? Because, like, for example, like Music Fest, appreciate these major events and stuff like that. But, man, I wouldn't be on your platform if I wasn't talented enough to be on your platform.
You work together.
If I didn't have a hit single, you would have never put, you know, the likes of me, Deju, Byron, you know, all the artists, Highlight, Menace, all us. We would have never be there, so we earn respect. But then you can't be acting like you're giving us something. You ain't giving us nothing. We're just taking with opportunities.
Yep.
That's all. So it's like the whole mentality towards entertainment and local artists need to change. Like it's like you're trying to trust crumbs, you understand? You're trying, like, bruh. And this ain't even talking about ain't even about finances or not like that. It's like, okay, my poor man on stage and give man 10 minutes. What is that?
You can't present yourself.
You can't even present yourself properly. You're rushing. You understand? I don't really get into the financial side of things, because that will always be something for debate. You understand? So artists gotta know how to represent themselves in that category. But most artists don't even know what they were. Why? Because they've always been valuing us so low. So it's like we're suffering PTSD from. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like you might say, but I know I what? Maybe a $2,000 for this show. But it's true that man always belittle you all the time. Say, but these man ain't pay me that. So you know what? You're going kind of low. And when you're going low, the man them still ball it down, carry it low. You check it out. So it's like
it ain't about the figure, you know. It ain't about the figure.
It's about the figure.
And that's what I keep trying to tell artists. But by Mod, we could go here and we could go on.
We could go on and on.
We've had these conversations for hours and hours. And sure, you and Jade had these conversations for hours and
years
hours and years.
These conversations. That's why at the end of the day, I just do me. I do my own thing. Like, I is my own boss. I run my own narrative, control my own narrative. And anytime you link in me, I am a partner.
Right.
I am not a worker.
Right.
You understand? So come to me as a partner and come to approach SKN artists as partners, not workers.
Yep.
Because you need them just as much as we need you. It's mutual benefits.
Yep.
Yeah, but Mod, unfortunately, boy, we gone overtime.
Yeah. We definitely gotta do this again.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Definitely.
Of course, but tell people again where they could find this new project that you just put out.
Yeah, you could find Omnipotent on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Deezer, you know what I mean, Audio Mac, etc. You could find me on all social platforms, social media at Mod Stoney, MODSTONEY, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you look for news or wherever idea. You know, I just want to say thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's
Anytime,
been a real pleasure, man.
Feel like family, I understand. Like
Always.
when on these things in the States, I don't feel like alienated sometimes. 'Cause I can't really hit the lingo them and sort of like, what you just said, sir. Yeah, it's like you feel good to, you know, free up and be natural and feel at ease again.
It's home now.
Home is home, man.
Yeah, home is home. You could never replace home.
No, man, you don't know.
But guys, it's been a pleasure. Like, we are back. Happy New Year from us here on Island Tea.
Indeed.
Really just looking forward to what this year brings. And really just happy to be back here talking to you guys again, and really appreciate you guys taking the time out to join us. Whether you join us on Facebook, YouTube, you join us on the Win Media SKN webpage, or you listen to us on your radio 98.9 FM. Make sure you like, you share, you comment, and turn it up loud.
Yeah, man, for everybody to hear. Disturb the neighborhood respectfully.
But guys, we look again. This is gonna be an amazing year. I'm wishing everybody the best. I'm wishing everybody, hey, whatever it is that you have planned.
Yes, good health and prosperity.
Yes, that it works out, and whatever you see as any struggles, any obstacles, really, wishing for you to overcome all of them this year.
Yeah, and to stay COVID free, and to all those victims, wish you a speedy recovery.
Boom bam.
So, yeah.
But yeah, guys.
Yeah.
So here we are, guys. We're gonna say we gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark. Remember, spend more time living your content than posting it. And you can't be everybody cup of tea because you is not a mug. We'll see you guys tomorrow.